So now we're going to talk about a new framework, and it's called SAVE. It is a framework for best practices for your delivery. This framework actually comes to our rescue and saves us and makes us shine like a superstar when we are communicating with others. So SAVE, S-A-V-E, SAVE. S stands for speed. It is very important that you speak at the right speed. Well, what is the right speed? Most of us, when we speak, we tend to speak too fast for the fear that perhaps we're short on time, or maybe we're so nervous that we just kind of want to end that conversation or that talk quickly, so we speak fast. Or maybe we think that people are not interested in listening to us and we just speak fast. When you speak fast, what happens is people don't quite understand what you're saying since it's a new concept. And even if it's not a new concept, people still need to hear something at a very specific speed. It's basically a medium speed. Not too fast, not too slow, just medium, just about right. And that perfect speed helps them hear, absorb, and understand what you're saying. When you speak too slowly, you will lose their interest because it becomes boring. At the same time, when you speak too fast, you lose their interest because they don't understand anything. So don't speak too slow, don't speak too fast, just medium. Speaking at this perfect pace actually allows you to put emphasis on certain words, and that really shows them that you know what you're talking about. It also shows your audience what you're saying is important. Finally, it shows your audience that you are confident about what you're talking about and what you are saying is important. That's really important, to kind of put that emphasis and weight on the words and the sentences that you say to convey the importance of that. So as we go through this course, I will guide you to what is a good pace and a good speed versus too fast or too slow. So most of us have the problem of speaking too fast. If you slow down just a little bit, you are putting emphasis on the right words and you will be golden, my friend. Next up is A from SAVE. So A stands for actions or gestures. When we speak, it is not just the words that are conveying the message, but it is also our actions, our hands, our hand motions, and our gestures, which are an inherent part of our conversation. The more naturally we can speak, the better it is for our audience to understand what we're saying. The purpose of our entire delivery is to let our audience understand and enjoy what we're talking about. And the gestures play a big role. Can you imagine a speaker giving an entire speech with hands on his or her side, or the hands in their pockets? I don't have pockets, but you get the point. Or the hands neatly folded behind their backs, or the hands folded up against their chest. That's not a very friendly position, and it does not make for a very good conversational style. What do you think about that speaker when you see somebody like that who's not using their hands and their gestures in a natural way? Do you think they are confident? Do you think that they're effective as a communicator? Most likely not. Again, gestures allow our audience to see that we're confident. And we want to use gestures as naturally as possible, just like we use our hands in our everyday conversations. Next up is volume. Volume is one of the most critical aspects of public speaking or any kind of speaking. You want to have a higher volume than a lower volume. Depending upon the number of people in the audience and the size of the room where you're speaking, you will have to adjust your volume. But my recommendation is to err on the side of higher volume. Again, your volume indicates to your audience how confident you are. Also, your message is more audible when you speak in a higher volume. Some of us naturally have a soft and low voice, and it is harder for us to speak in a higher volume or pitch. So in that case, ask if you can use a microphone. I would also invite you to practice more at home to see if you can really open up and speak at a higher and more audible volume. Now, some of us also tend to speak softer just because we are nervous. And the more soft we speak, the more nervous we continue to get. Take a deep breath before you start your speech. Heck, take 5 deep breaths and then start with a loud, well-rehearsed opening sentence. And that will help you build confidence and it will get your speech off to a great start. So remember my personal story? All I did in my 4th grade play audition is speak loudly and clearly, and I got the part. I did not do anything else. So if you are speaking at a high enough volume, half the job is done. Woohoo! So the final letter in SAVE is E, expression. Expression is a very critical aspect of public speaking, and it really separates a good speaker from a not so good speaker. You want to convey your expressions through your face and through your voice. There are many things that we can do with our voice to convey that expression, and we're going to talk about them in the upcoming modules and classes. But if you can feel that emotion, you can actually convey that expression in your face or in your voice. Now, the expression also comes through your eyes when you make eye contact. But if you're looking down, then your eyes don't have that expression. So voila, here you have it, a very, very critical communication toolkit. 4 simple letters hold a lot of power. SAVE, S-A-V-E. And they really help you save your interpersonal and group communications. So now let's review. S stands for speed of speaking. A stands for actions and gestures. V stands for volume, hopefully a higher volume. E stands for expressions. So let's see you do your magic with SAVE.